Partygate Report has been released and uploaded on the British government website. The final report has 37 pages of findings, observations and conclusions. Not only this, it also has images from the Downing Street parties held during the lockdown. Parties went on until the early hours of the morning. Drunken staff were vomiting and fighting with each other. Downing Street walls were stained with red wine. And an illegal birthday party was thrown for the Prime Minister. With 6 packs of beer and dozens of sandwiches, these were the scenes at the heart of British government. While the rest of the country was banned from seeing friends or family, the report published by senior civil servant Sue Gray explicitly criticizes a culture of rule-breaking events and reveals how new images from 2 separate gatherings. Gray wrote, and I quote, that the senior leadership at the centre must bear the responsibility for a culture that allowed the parties to take place. She added that there is no excuse for some of the behaviour and included excessive alcohol consumption, logs of email exchanges and open discussion by the staff to hide the parties from media. The report probed 16 events that took place while the UK was living under strict COVID-19 restrictions. Now, speaking in Parliament just moments after the report was published, the Prime Minister said he was humbled and has learned his lessons. He took full responsibility but insisted that he was surprised and disappointed. Listen in.
Everything we have done since the pandemic began has been to get money into the pockets of the working people. Very much. Well, I heard enough, Mr. Speaker, to have a rough idea of the nonsense that he was talking. And I want to begin today by renewing my apology to the House, to the whole country, for the short lunchtime gathering on the 19th of June 2020 in the Cabinet Room, during which I stood at my place at the Cabinet table and for which I received a fixed penalty notice. And I also want to say, Mr. Speaker, above all, that I take full responsibility for everything that took place on my watch. And I have been as surprised and disappointed as anyone else in this House as the revelations have unfolded. And frankly, Mr. Speaker, I have been appalled by some of the behaviour, particularly in the treatment of the security and the cleaning staff.
The report raises serious questions about whether Johnson misled lawmakers from time to time. The British Prime Minister was savaged by opposition Labour Party leader Keir Starmer, who called these behaviour utterly shameful and arrogant.
That report lays bare the rot that under this Prime Minister has spread in Number 10, and it provides definitive proof of how those within the building treated the sacrifices of the British people with utter contempt. When the dust settles and the anger subsides, this report will stand as a monument to the hubris and the arrogance of a government that believed it was one rule for them and another rule for everyone else.